everyone. Today it's a very important day for us, and as you all are aware, today is 27th February 2022, and on 20, 2019, Pakistani Air Force started swift retort, which resulted in actually a swift failure. So today we have been joined by Dr. Shiv. He is one of the top open source intelligence people in India who has done lots of research. In fact, most of the research has been done by Dr. Shiv and his team, and we are delighted to have him here. And today we are going to, in fact, it was Dr. Shiv's post who found out that how F-16 of Pakistani Air Force has become a tadpole, and how he has made all those Twitter posts and videos to help us understand what actually happened on that particular day in 2019 when Pakistani Air Force, with all their weaponry, planes, they have chosen to come to the LOC and to show for show of strength, and then they fired some missiles into Indian targets, but all of them missed. Uh, and later on, when we see that when they are going back, first of all, I think we should start from the point where uh, just as the Pakistani Air Force were coming onto the Indian side of LOC, they fired those SAM long range SAMs against our Su-30 MKIs, which was successfully dodged. And thereafter, Indian Air Force scrambled their own fighters from uh, their own bases, including Abhinandan Vardhaman, who took off from Srinagar Air Base with his MiG-21 fighter aircraft, and he successfully taken out Pakistan's most prized possession of F-16s. And thereafter, when he was returning and taking a U-turn, he was shot down. And later, Abhinandan Vardhaman was handed back to India. So this is what has happened. Before we start the discussion, I would like to have somebody to co-host these discussions. So any volunteers for co-hosting? आयरन हार्ट आप क्या co-host कर सकते हैं? If anybody would like to co-host. Okay, let's continue. तो जैसा कि आप सब जानते ही हैं कि पाकिस्तानी एयरफोर्स ने आफ्टर द इंसिडेंट ऑफ 26 फरवरी 2019, जब इंडिया ने पाकिस्तान में जस्ट अ मिनट, वी हैव अ रिक्वेस्ट. डॉक्टर शिव, अगर आप रिक्वेस्ट भेजें, इफ यू कैन सेंड अस अ रिक्वेस्ट, आई थिंक आई विल प्लीज send me a request. Okay, you are a speaker. So
Okay, no, Shiv here. See, I don't know what co-host means. I'd like to help, लेकिन 10 बजे को
अच्छा,
जाना
no
पड़ेगा.
problem, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 बजे 11 बजे तक I'll have to leave. So anyway, I don't think you
हाँ.
need a co-host. You just carry on, you know. ठीक है, just
Okay.
it's nice, good discussion. Got a lot of people, so.
So, सर, आप बताएंगे, क्योंकि you have done lots of research. We love to watch your videos on this subject from so you have a very deep understanding as to what had happened.
Yeah.
and how all those things unfold. And you and your team, including myself, we were part of the discussions, and we have done lots of work in finding out how Pakistan has gone to very extreme lengths in hiding its F-16s, and not only hiding it, but they claim that Su-30 MKI, the Phantom Su-30, was shot down, and they gave the uh, even award to their Air Force pilot.
Yeah, those were good fun days, and the team did extremely good work. And actually, some of the videos that you and others, the information that came out was extremely good. Clinching, in my mind, the clinching factors were those two videos. Ek, वो क्या, Thana Mandi ka, from this one, Thana Mandi
Correct. It
video,
was shot
and
by from Indian Kashmir,
from
Indian side of
Indian
Kashmir.
Kashmir. Yeah, and the other one was that कैसा आया पता नहीं, that Earth News video, and I was surprised when the same image, exactly the same image, but 180 degrees rotated. And see, there were so many, there were, 15, 20 videos. We collected all of them. I still have them of the Abhinandan's, the actual, when he came down. In fact, one video is very clear. You can make out the point when something hits him. You can make out his ejection. And if you look carefully, you can even see when the parachute comes out. Okay, that is
Correct.
also visible. Yeah. So now
Correct.
when we have such clear videos of Abhinandan's aircraft coming down right till the end, what is this other video here? The Thana Mandi wala and the Earth News book. It is obvious. Same day, same time. It is another plane that is crashing, and it's very very clear. If you look at very closely, I'd put up some slow motion analysis. In fact, that white color or tadpole ka, I didn't know what it was, but thanks to Samir, Joe Samir, we realized that it was leaking fuel. And even if you see old World War II videos now, when fuel starts leaking, it leaves a very white trail. उसके बाद में when the fuel catches fire, it becomes orange. So you can see that the fuel is leaked from initially from that F-16. It has caught fire, and then the work that you guys did about locating where it crashed, it was fantastic. And the other thing, some of the things you found out, wo, all the Pakistani, what shall I say,
Uh, sir, that
yeah.
Sir, that letter which was issued by the Pakistani authorities saying that electricity as well as
Ah,
internet connection,
yeah. Fantastic. That was
somebody
what, yeah.
somebody posted that letter on Twitter, and I got hold of that letter. You
No,
still
but
got that letter?
yeah, I've got the letter. I've got the letter.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I've got the letter. Today I've
Amazing.
sent you a link. That letter is there in
Okay,
the link. Letter and all the videos are there in the link. And one more thing. Apart from that, there were some social media posts which I think you got.
correct.
They're all in sort of Urdu but written in English script mostly. Uh, White trail. उसके बाद में when the fuel catches fire, it becomes orange. So you can see that the fuel is leaked from initially from that F-16. It has caught fire, and then the work that you guys did about locating where it crashed, it was fantastic. And the other thing, some of the things you found out, wo, all the Pakistani, what shall I say,
Sir,
yeah.
that letter which was issued by the Pakistani authorities saying that electricity as well as
Ah,
internet connection,
yeah. Fantastic. That was
somebody
what, yeah.
somebody posted that letter on Twitter, and I got hold of that letter. You
No,
still
but
got that letter?
yeah, I've got the letter. I've got the letter.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I've got the letter. Today I've
Amazing.
sent you a link. That letter is there in
Okay,
the link. Letter and all the videos are there in the link. And one more thing. Apart from that, there were some social media posts which I think you got.
correct.
They're all in sort of Urdu but written in English script mostly. Uh, one fellow says, Charhoi mein jo cheez giri, he has said, something has fallen in Charhoi.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
He said, चारा ही में कुछ गिरा है."
Yeah, Charhoi mein kuch gira hai, something is written. And all that was just shut up. They closed everything. See, and you know that electricity, once the electricity was shut down, no internet, everything was shut down after that. And then there was no information leak after that. Fantastic job this ISI did in keeping things quiet. And uske baad mein, you see the funny things that has happened. They are claiming Su-30. First they said 3 pilots, then they said 2 pilots, and एक बंदा मर गया. You know, they completely forgot about that. And they've made a memorial for Su-30, like you correctly said. Another thing, now I'm finding out, I've got some friends who are in contact with, who are on Pakistani forums and all that. Now they're trying to make the story that, haha, one plane came down, Pakistani plane, but it was a JF-17. Okay, yeah,
That
ये भी चल
story
रहा
I
है.
also heard.
Yeah, you heard that story. So,
Yes,
constantly,
yes, I
yeah,
heard that story. Story was, in fact, was told by some Americans. That plane which was shot down, it was not F-16, it was something else. And later
ah,
on, if you remember, one of the American Air Force person, he was awarded a
awarded for
medal.
not reporting, for not
He
reporting
was
anything.
Correct. He was awarded medal for not doing his job. He was
Yeah.
awarded medal to save his F-16 tech going into the hands of others. What they forget to add is by retrieving the parts of crashed F-16. I think
Yes,
that was.
that's right. Yeah. So I mean, it's absolutely amazing how it has gone on. And unfortunately, see, I'll tell you. Look. I have been following uh, military aviation, literally, seriously from 1960s, mid 1960s. 1965 war also I have followed, and I have read everything that was possible to come in all those wars. And in general, I'll tell you something. People may be skeptical about this, but our people don't lie. It's not possible now in our country. You can lie and get away with it. You think you can lose 10 soldiers or you can lose a pilot, and uske baad mein you can say, no, no, nothing happened. That was some Pakistani guy or something. We have lost no. It's not possible in India. You can't lose a pilot and say that we didn't lose him at all. So, this sort of thing is complete. But Pakistan, it happens all the time. And you've seen reports. No, and of course I was there at that time, but nowadays you can find it on the net also. On 16th December 1971, the day Dhaka fell, the news report in West Pakistan was, "The war to continue. We will fight till the end." That was the thing. So, they don't report these things. They just don't, from Americans. So from maximum distance, they started firing off their missiles. But when you fire from maximum distance, fine, you've not hit anything because our pilots have good warning. They can turn away, they can turn hot, turn cold, like that when the plane comes, and avoid the missile. So that is why our planes were not hit. But at the same time, because of this, they couldn't get what is called as a firing solution. If you don't have a firing solution, आप भी एक मिसाइल मार देंगे तो क्या करेगा? It will be just like Pakistan. They fired 6 7 Abrams, none of them. It will also, we said, okay, we fired R-27s, R-77. किधर गया? It would have gone and landed somewhere in Pakistan. That's all. There's no point. Whereas on the other hand, Abhinandan went, he got a firing solution, fired, and he hit it. So, and the
Sir,
other,
actually,
yeah,
the lady who was the I think
controller,
what is a specific yes, the
yeah,
controller of the aircraft. Full credit should go to her.
yeah,
She has put that aircraft, Abhinandan's aircraft, in such a way that it was behind F-16 at that
yeah,
particular point of time, and
yeah,
Abhinandan was in a great position to take out that F-16.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, the other thing is the R-73 with helmet mounted sight is a very good combination because the pilot just has to look at the direction of the target. The missile seeker will also turn in that direction. It can be locked on and fired. So that way, it is one of the best dogfight missiles of that time. I have no doubt whatsoever. But I think this is a good thing you're having this spaces session because we must keep pointing out that these fellows are liars. They've just lied.
Correct,
They've
sir.
made a big drama, Su-30, and we need to fight our own warfare to bring out the truth.
Shiv sir, you
Yeah.
must have seen that other video wherein the people in Punjabi are saying, "देखो वो गिर रहा है, अरे एक और दूसरा धमाका हुआ है," and then that point of time a plane was taking a U-turn when it was hit. That was Abhinandan.
Yeah. No, in fact, I don't recall this one, but there are at least three or four videos of Dusra Banda. Dusra Banda ko
Correct.
pakdo, Dusra Banda. There's so many videos of that.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah.
and a Pakistani Baba saying that दूसरा बंदा is there and उसको पकड़ो and all that.
Oh, he was a Dadi wala,
Yes,
Horan
correct.
Baba. That was Horan
Huran
Baba.
Baba. He
Yeah.
was called Huran, named Huran Baba. And one interesting thing, which was picked up and pointed out by you only, कि जब उन्होंने immediately after the crash of F MiG-21, तो जब वो धुआं उठ रहा था तो there was no seeker head of the
Yeah,
R-73.
correct. Yeah. It was placed there, na?
And
You
in the
look at the live.
subsequent photographs, when the all the fire, the सारा धुआं जब वहां से हट गया, all smoke has gone, then
Yeah,
magically one fire head of the that
yeah.
R-73 appears,
Yeah,
and
and
later on,
not only see actually धुआं है correct, but it doesn't mean that the seeker head was hidden by the smoke. If you look very carefully at the video, the wind was blowing away the smoke. So there are some frames that are very clear. There is no seeker head there, and I
correct,
took
sir.
yeah. And then afterwards they've placed a seeker head there, saying very conveniently saying a R-73 ka seeker head over there.
And they
Liars.
tried to show कि all the missiles were intact, and in fact, the other the independent party has done research on this subject.
Yeah, correct. And that serial number, they never showed the full one. So, I mean,
Uh,
that was a
and
complete
and
joke.
and not only that, they had one person now who has written that book. He was being engaged by them, UK based person, and later on
Ah,
we found out
Uska,
that
yeah,
he was being
yeah,
paid by the Pakistan Air Force, and
yeah.
so
See, actually, 2000, I'm actually republishing the book with updates. 2007, I had published an ebook on Pakistan. Okay. Now, I'm still going to be there. I've updated that chapter on psyche of Pakistanis. Okay. Now, this psyche of Pakistanis has been noted by many people, including the fellow who has died now, Stephen Cohen, then by Christine Fair also, who has blocked me on Twitter. See, what happens is, they are very, very, especially the Pakistani Pakjabis, they're very hospitable, they're very nice. So, in fact, there are a lot of reports from Americans, oh, the Pakistanis are so friendly, they're nice, they're like us, they're like Texans, and all that. There is a report that says that during the Kargil war, the Pakistanis took American reporters near the front, not very close. They hired a plane for them over there. They were made to sit. They were served sandwiches and tea by soldiers wearing white gloves and all that. And then the reporter said, "These Indians are jerks. They don't look after us so well." So what happens is constantly Pakistan has had they've chamchafied a lot of these Lifafa journalists. There was one fellow called John Fricker. John Fricker wrote the Pakistan Air Force Fizaya or Fizilaya, whatever it is, Air Force history. And John Fricker is the fellow who wrote the story of M.M. Alam that 5 minute में 5 hunter को गिरा दिया, which is all rubbish. These fellows pay these guys to do that. So ये भी that fellow this बालाकोट के बाद उसका नाम क्या था? That fellow who suddenly money. I think Bishwa found his bank accounts and found that
sir,
you found
yes.
it.
Actually,
the
all that information is available on the just like ROC in India, they have got their
yeah
own registrar of companies, and
yeah
all the information
yeah
is there, so we can find out all those things.
yeah, that's right. And he suddenly got some 30,000 pounds or something like that.
Yes,
उसका
yes.
नाम नाम भूल गया. छोड़िए, anyway, we won't take names now. Yeah,
Okay.
okay, we'll do yeah. Chalo,
And
so let's
in fact,
yeah.
he said in his Twitter post that Pakistan Air Force has not paid me anything. You point out something, and I posted that link. Look, this is what the money has been paid to you.
That was really funny actually.
एंड उसके बाद उसने कुछ नहीं बोला, बिल्कुल चुपचाप शांत, बिल्कुल. Even now, he under the UK law, he has to post all those things. तो कभी कभी
Yeah.
चेक कर लेते हैं कि क्या उसके अकाउंट में हो रहा है. एंड अमेजिंग थिंग इज, उसने
Mm.
सिर्फ एक किताब लिखी, एंड वो कहता है कि ही इज अ राइटर बट ही इज एक्चुअली अ फोटोग्राफर. All the writing has been done by the Pakistan Air Force officers.
Yeah.
और द बेस्ट पार्ट इज कि उसकी किताब जो है वो 4,000 रुपए की है, विच इज आउट ऑफ रीच ऑफ ऑल द पाकिस्तानीज. और
That
स्टिल ही इज यानी अर्निंग मनी फ्रॉम दैट बुक इवन टुडे.
yeah.
कौन
Pakistan will
खरीदता
go
है?
Pakistan will go bankrupt if they don't.
तो बेसिकली द आइडिया इज कि गोरे को पे करके उससे अपना
हाँ
नाम जो है, वो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, नाम चमकाना. तो वो
हाँ
चल रहा
एग्जैक्टली
है.
या
टू
या
जो एक्चुअली फिफ्थ जनरेशन वॉरफेयर तो ये खेलते हैं. हमने तो अभी खेलना शुरू
हाँ ये
किया है.
हाँ हाँ
मीडिया
और करना
मैनिपुलेशन.
पड़ेगा करेक्ट या
तो हम तो ओनली वी आर ओनली ब्रिंगिंग दोस फैक्ट्स टू लाइट कि ये एक्चुअली ऐसा हो रहा है.
actually, Pakistanis and Chinese and all have been very good. Now, see, I'll tell you because sorry, I'm digressing from the issue. When I used to be on Bharat Rakshak, I'm talking no, we started in sort of 97, 98, and throughout the 2000s we were seeing. It was the days before videos. See, what will happen is, the Indian photographer will simply take one photo, okay? उधर किसी का चप्पल रहेगा, one fellow will be just his shirt will be outside, and our fellows now they are always complaining. Whereas Pakistanis and even Chinese, when they take photos, they've used to hire professional photographers that show everything good, everything looks shiny and nice and things like that. This is something that's become little better in India now, but they have been doing this fifth generation warfare for a very long time. This propaganda warfare, they've done a good job. I think it's because ISI got training under CIA, and CIA ISI were very close, and they knew exactly how to manipulate people, how to do things. So in that sense, they've
शिव
been
सर,
very good. Yeah,
शिव सर, इवन फॉर गलवान जो क्राइसिस जब हुआ था, तो
yeah.
चाइनीज वाज शेयरिंग कि उनके सोल्जर्स को बेस्ट इक्विपमेंट, बेस्ट फैसिलिटीज हैं, खाना गर्म मिलता है, एंड ऑल दैट, विच ग्लोबल टाइम्स वाज शोइंग. एंड लेटर ऑन पिक्चर्स आए कि एक पोस्ट के ऊपर एक एक चादर या ब्लैंकेट लेकर के पीएलए का सोल्जर चुपचाप कोने में लेटा हुआ है. तो फैक्ट एंड रियलिटी में इतना डिफरेंस है.
Yeah,
एंड
yeah.
कोशिश ये की जाती है कि नाउ डेज ट्विटर, वो वॉरफेयर इज ओनली एट ट्विटर.
Yeah, correct. This is
एक
mainly at
एक
Twitter.
यस, वन ऑफ द पाकिस्तानीज इकोनॉमिस्ट ही पोस्टेड कि ये तो वॉरफेयर ट्विटर में ही होता है, अब एक्चुअल चीज तो खत्म ही हो गई है. तो anyway, guys, everybody, Dr. Shiv हैं, and he is one of the best open source intelligence के पोस्ट करते हैं. प्लीज फॉलो हिज हैंडल. और if you have got any questions or anything, we'll answer that, but please make sure कि 11 बजे से पहले ही, 11 बजे तक ही हम ये स्पेस करेंगे. तो कीप योर क्वेश्चंस शॉर्ट. और अगर कुछ बोलना चाहे तो यस, सिंधु देश, आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, प्लीज.
जी, थैंक यू जी। आई एम ए बिग फैन ऑफ डॉक्टर शिव और इनसे इंस्पिरेशन ली थी। आई हैड अ वेरी सिंपलिस्टिक व्यू ऑफ द इंसिडेंट्स व्हिच हैपेंड दैट डे। व्हाट आई सॉ, द टू जेट्स व्हिच फेल डाउन, दे वर ऑफ डिफरेंट कलर्स। जो इंडियन जेट था दैट वाज समथिंग लाइक ब्लू कलर का था, और जो पाकिस्तानी था दैट वाज इन ग्रे कलर, लाइक ग्रीनिश ग्रे। ये जो वीडियो मैंने ऊपर लगाई है, यू सी दिस, एंड ऑल दी जो आउटर उसका पार्ट है सब ग्रे कलर का है, और जो इंडियन जेट था दैट वाज ब्लू व्हिच इज वेरी डिस्टिंक्ट। दोनों एक बिल्कुल डिस्टिंक्ट कलर में थी। तो आई डिडंट फाइंड एनी नीड टू गो इनटू द टेक्निकल डिटेल्स ऑफ व्हाट इज द क्रॉस सेक्शन ऑफ द इंजन ऑफ F-16 और इस तरह का, इट वाज वेरी ऑब्वियस। और ये जो वीडियो ऊपर आप देख रहे हैं, इट वाज रिलीज्ड एंड देन इट वाज हिडन। फिर किसी पाकिस्तानी ने उसको पोस्ट नहीं किया देर आफ्टर। तो देयर लाइज गॉट एक्सपोज्ड इमीडिएटली। फिर आई बिलीव डॉक्टर शिव ने ही शायद ये जो इनकी फ्यूनरल की वीडियो थी वो पोस्ट करी थी। इस थ्रेड में आप नीचे भी देख पाएंगे कि जो पायलट जो हु डाइड, वो उनकी फ्यूनरल रात में की गई थी सीक्रेटली। और जो एक उनके जो आईएसपीआर थे, डीजी आईएसपीआर गफूर साहब, उनका जो इंटरव्यू था कामरान खान के साथ, विच टुक प्लेस ऑन आई बिलीव 3rd of March आफ्टर अभिनंदन वाज गॉन, एंड उसमें वो एडमिट कर रहे हैं कि एक पायलट डेथ हुई थी, which he didn't realize कि on the same day he had posted on Twitter that they had only one Indian pilot in their custody. और 5 दिनों के बाद उसको वो लाइव टीवी पे आके कह रहे हैं कि the other pilot died in hospital.
Sir, these
Of
guys
course उस समय
covered.
तो कोई confusion जी
Yeah, actually, we have recorded all those. I have got all those things. I put so,
जी
अरे कितने
that,
सारे
that
videos.
in this
Yeah, go on.
thread you
Sorry.
will find that video also. ये जो थर्ड वीडियो है उसमें there are multiple clips जो डॉक्टर शिव ने भी किया था। उसमें से एक वीडियो जिसमें दो डिस्टिंक्ट जेट्स which are falling down, एक जो वीडियो ली गई थी, जो दोनों की वीडियो मौजूद है। फिर उसके बाद जो इंडियन एक एयरफोर्स ऑफिसर वो बता रहे हैं, द पायलट हु डाइड ही वाज सन ऑफ सच अ सीनियर ऑफिसर ऑफ पाकिस्तान एयरफोर्स। और देर आफ्टर जो आईएसपीआर थे, उनका जो स्टेटमेंट है टीवी पे, नेशनल टीवी पे पाकिस्तान के, आफ्टर 5 days वन पायलट डाइड। तो इफ दे आर क्लेमिंग दैट दे हैड ओनली वन इंडियन पायलट, तो हु डाइड? कौन मरा? तो दे एक्चुअली एक्सपोज देमसेल्फ। हम बाकी किसी को उतना मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी। पाकिस्तान बाय देयर ओन लाइज, दे इंटेंगल्ड इन देयर ओन लाइज और उसी में फंस के रह गए। All the we anti-Pakistan people had to do was just to add it and present it. It was very simple actually to first.
Sindhuji, you are not aware. It is not that simple. The crash took place. F-16 crash took place almost 10 kilometers from where Abhinandan plane had crashed, and
जी 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 जी
you are not aware how many videos, how many hours of videos we have seen with Dr. Shiv and his team. Even our Vishwaji, he has done a great and fantastic job. इतने difficult locations वीडियो के थ्रू फाइंड किया उन्होंने, लोकेट किया। मतलब it was literally
yes,
impossible to शिव सर, मैं सही कह रहा हूँ? इतना it was so difficult.
no,
अब आज भी
I
अगर मैं
you
वो
know what
देखता हूँ,
I know that I took very simplistic view. I know it was very difficult for you guys to pinpoint everything with such great accuracy. That's really commendable. I mean, it's amazing that you the way you presented it. My view was very simplistic. I saw two different jets, one of blue color and one of green color. That's it. So that was enough for me
Nice.
actually.
Good. Anyway, nice. Let's hear somebody else who wants to speak. Let's see.
First of all, good evening, Dr. Shiv. I'm a huge follower of yours. I really admire your work and your team, of course. Secondly, thank you. A very good thanks to the host for letting me speak. So, I've been noticing from a very long time since this incident took place in 2019. Let's say there are 100 Pakistanis on Twitter. Every one of them has a different theory on who that second pilot was. Some say, oh, yes, as the host said, they are actually doing good in
Only one Indian pilot was
even शिव सर, मैं
that
very long time, who has now defected sides and joined with the ISI and is now giving information. So they cover it up in a really good way. In fact, at some point, even I was close to being convinced that yes, it must have been a Sukhoi and it was shot down. So yes, as the host said, they are actually doing good in information warfare. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. In fact, see, there was no incentive for Pakistan to keep it secret because, see, like I said, I'm rewriting my book on Pakistan. See, for Pakistan, any humiliation of India is a victory for them. this is how the army and all survive. So ठीक है, supposing there was an Indian pilot only, supposing he defected, or supposing it was an Israeli pilot, or supposing another Indian pilot died, still they need not have shown his face, his ID card, nothing. They could have just shown his jacket, his flying jacket, and said, here is proof that we have another pilot. That would have been enough. Why didn't they show anything? There was nothing for them to show. That's all. So it was only the whole thing was built on lies, because there is absolutely no incentive for them to hide it, because it's a victory for them. Now, come on, which is the best way to humiliate India and show that all 1.42 billion, whatever billion Indians are liars, by showing us दूसरा pilot का, दूसरा Indian pilot का, show his badge, show his ID card, or show part of his flying suit. Okay, India is finished. We can't say a thing. Chup. We have to start telling the lies after that. But they couldn't do that. So anyway, thanks. Let somebody else talk.
May I just add to that? In fact, the other side, they were playing deception and deceive, not now, but from their entire since 1947. And not only that, if you remember, it was Zafar Hilali who said that, as per my information, one Israeli pilot was caught. So everything has been fed by the ISI and the Pakistani military. So in fact, I just say हम इससे भी आगे चलते हैं. After when the Pakistani parliament met in an emergency session, it was Pakistani army chief who went into the parliament, and at that point of time the ex speaker of the parliament said later on कि माथे पे पसीना था और टांगे कपकपा रही थी. तो उसके बाद the parliamentary minister for Imran Khan's government, he also confirmed कि हाँ मीटिंग हुई थी, but he never said कि उनकी टांगे ना कांप रही थी, ना ही माथे पे पसीना था, and he didn't even said कि ये जो है ये फाइनेंस ना था, and he didn't even said कि ये जो है ये फाइनेंस ये उनके फॉरेन मिनिस्टर की बात कर रहे हैं. he says कि हाँ हो रहा था. तो इट शोज कि क्या हो रहा था. एंड इनफैक्ट पाकिस्तान आर्मी दे चाहे कैसे भी हो, बट दे नो कि अगर F-16 अगर गया है, बिकॉज ही हैड ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन, और मिग 21 ने F-16 को गिराया है, तो फॉर देम एयर वॉर इज ऑलमोस्ट ओवर. एम आई राइट, डॉक्टर शिव?
Yeah, no, the thing is, they know that if there is total war, we'll beat them. So, they have to show some kind of victory somewhere. And it's about honor. It's always about maintaining their honor, izzat, they have to say that, we have scored. Yeah.
Sir, they know ki what they have to do, but he is aware of the fact that F-16 has crashed. And agar war hoti hai, and for every MiG-21, if one F-16 is taken out, then they don't have anything for the air war. तभी तो वो टांगे कांप रही थी.
No, yeah, but see, it's like, one of the things is, and this I want to say very seriously to all the younger people. Okay, I don't want to be patronizing. I don't want to sound patronizing, but somehow or the other, for my life, I was just about aware of what was happening in 1962, and I followed the 1965 and 71 wars very closely. And of course, many of us have seen Kargil also. So you have to remember that when a war starts, especially air warfare, when a war starts, the job of the Air Force is to attack. Okay. And the job of the Air Force is to attack, and they have to attack targets because they have to do suppression of enemy air defenses. That means they have to attack radars, they have to attack airfields, and all that. And us time mein, definitely there will be losses. So early days of war, always, if ever, God forbid, if there is a war, let us win it. But you must remember that when a war starts, you will hear of Indian planes being shot down. You will hear 5 planes, 3 planes first day, 5 planes second day. We must not be scared of that. We must understand, we must not start talking like fools and saying, "Arey, kya kitne sare planes crash ho rahe hain, kya ho raha hai?" It's not like that. See, there is one way of losing 0 planes. Okay, one way in a war, you can lose 0 planes by not taking off at all. Okay, just let them sit. We didn't lose any planes in 1962 now. Why? Okay, so if you don't fly planes, you won't lose them, unless of course they're destroyed on the ground. So there will definitely be losses. So we should not worry about that sort of thing in a future air war. And and the thing is, very of especially in 1971, Pakistani losses, air losses started coming down after a stage because they were avoiding combat. They were just sitting, they were not doing anything. So you must remember that war is a slightly different thing from what we are saying. And it's not like they send F-16 and then कोई बाइनोकुलर्स लेके देखेगा, अरे अरे F-16 आ रहा है, अभी MiG-20 का उनको मैं नहीं भेजना, अभी सुखोई को भेजना है, रफाल को भेजना है, इसके लिए ऐसा नहीं होता है. See, planes are doing their job. You may send say four MiG-21s for one, or two MiG-21s for a particular attack. They may send F-16s to intercept them. You can't decide. You can't decide what is going to happen. So combat tactics are completely different. And if I may suggest one thing, आपको time है, so there is one thing called Blue Skies podcast. Okay, Blue Skies podcast. They have interviewed a lot of veterans. उनको सुनिए. There are 40 episodes. It's really good. You will learn a lot about Air Force and tactics. Sorry, I have digressed. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Mrityunjay, you wanted to ask something.
Yeah, thank you for giving me a chance. I wanted to ask, did we upgraded our missiles on Su-30 and MiG-29s after 27th Feb incident? And Shiv sir, I'm big fan of yours. I wanted to request you to upload that site or just direct message me. I wanted to create a video to expose their lies. I'll also add subtitles so foreigners can understand. And about Christian Fair and other Americans you were talking about, I think America have Lockheed Martin have great lobby even inside the office. That's why every American is lobbying was lobbying for Pakistan that they didn't lost F-16 and they covered it up. Entire scene they covered it up. In fact, that sergeant was promoted. Tom Cooper shared it on some article, and next day
Yes.
that article went down. Yes,
Correct.
that's
We have the article
uh,
also. Yeah, but
yeah.
the thing is, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Uh,
Okay, sir.
Something I remembered. Just to say about the F-16. Yeah, see, the Pakistanis claimed that the account was taken by the Americans. अरे गोरा आदमी बोलना है ना, अगर गोरा आदमी बोला तो Pakistanis will be very happy. ऐसे, and there is one Paki here who is putting laughing icons. It's for him specially that I'm saying. So एक गोरा आदमी ये कहते हैं कि गोरा आदमी ने बोला कि there is no F-16 shot down. Within 2 days, the US made an official statement, and we have copies of both the statements. Made an official statement saying that the US has done no count of F-16s in Pakistan. That is also confirmed. I mean,
That
these
was
fellows
done
are,
by the
yeah.
Pentagon, sir.
Yeah, oh, Pentagon. Yes, it's all there in our archives. All of us, at least I have maintained all the entire archive over there. So yes, whether MiG-29s were upgraded after this, I really don't know. Most of these things are not reactive upgrades. Okay, most of these upgrades and things are planned for a long time, and it's not that Pakistan ने ऐसे किया इसलिए हम ऐसे करेंगे. It's not like that. These are long-term plans that are there. Okay, the only people who react immediately in order to try and show that this thing is Pakistanis. So I don't think the Indian Air Force, Indian forces work in that way. This is my opinion.
Uh,
So somebody else
okay.
can say, yeah.
Yes. Anybody
Okay, sir.
else want to say something?
Yeah, this is
Sir,
Vishwa here.
I wanted
One question.
Yes, please.
Go on,
Sorry.
Vishwa.
Vishwa, I think I'm confused with the other person. This is Vishwa Kiran. I think the person who did the videos was Vishwanath. But anyway, one comment which I had was that I find it very funny that there are people in Indian politics who want evidence of airstrikes and such, which is so ridiculous. Having had a mission where planes have actually gone over the border, struck, and come back, that is evidence enough, right? What evidence would they want? I mean, there's such a ridiculous statement people make.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are heading into my other favorite topic, the psyche of the Indian. We have been taught to be so, ashamed of ourselves that we are ready to question anything. And and the other thing is political freedom to speak as you want. So these people have said all that just to take vengeance. They don't like the idea that that any a particular government succeeded in doing something. So I mean that's a shame. It's a different topic, but that's how it is. We need to gradually change that and get behind. And understand that our people are also capable. It's getting better. My generation was no good. If everybody hated himself and everyone wanted to go abroad. So that's what it was like.
Apart from that, sir, there is also an issue that Christina Fair first she said something else and it was posted by Bishwaji, and later on she take a 360-degree U-turn and later on at one point of time she says वहाँ पे तो कश्मीरी लैंग्वेज बोली जाती है तो वीडियो में तो पंजाबी बोल रहे थे एंड लेटर ऑन वी फाउंड so many other videos wherein Punjabi was spoken at that particular area of the POK. That means the Pakistanis, at least they have systematically changed the entire population and all of them were speaking in Punjabi language.
Yeah, it's I don't. Christine Fair blocked me long ago, so I really don't can't follow what she says. She's a bit of a nutcase, yes, but I did like her book about the Pakistan Army very much. It's a very good book. She has figured out the Pakistanis very well, and they can't do anything. They she gives them galiyas in Punjabi. They can't take it, especially Aurat na for them. It's a woman who is saying these things.
It's a
They don't
woman who
like it. Yeah.
understand them.
Yeah, understands them
and
and speaks in their
and she's a
language.
PhD, and she's a
Yeah,
PhD who
yeah,
understand their language, and she can
yeah,
reply back
yeah,
in a even better coin than what they can
yeah,
say.
yeah. But one thing I must say, for Pakistan, see, this is my experience of my friends who many of them who were in America, and when I was on Bharat Rakshak, I used to find these people saying, "Oh, America can twist Pakistan around its little finger," that sort of stuff. Kya little finger? Pakistan was twisting America around its little finger. Okay, this is what Pakistan handled America very well. Made ullus out of them, made complete idiots out of them. They earned so much. And again, like I'm writing this book, see, if you look at Pakistan economy, if you study Pakistan's economy now, you find that from 2010 onwards, or before little 2010, they have got. See, previously it used to be just economy. The earnings were mainly from agriculture and things like that. Little bit from industry. Industry mein kya? They'll be manufacturing mainly some leather goods and some steel surgical instruments and all that. Suddenly from 2010, what has started is services. Okay, see, services in a country like, say, Britain, services will be consultancy, tourism, and things like that. Pakistan में क्या consultancy क्या other than terrorism what can you consult Pakistan for? But the services yeah, services income they got was from Americans. You are finding these American trucks. Okay, ये क्या करते थे? These American trucks were carrying American equipment to Afghanistan. They had insurance. Okay, insurance would be up to Afghanistan border. So what these fellows would do is just at the Afghanistan border near the Durand line, they would burn up the truck, collect the insurance, and then tell the not only that, khali karte the, they would empty the truck first. Okay, take all the stuff, burn it, and then say, look, you have to pay us money, then we can look after these things. So they made a lot of money, lot of money from the Americans. So, they made real ullus out of the Americans. No wonder the Americans ran off. And I don't know, yeah, see, I'm a little disappointed with this whole, the way our people also have been following and saying, oh, yeah, America, this, America, that. Yeah, Salah, these fellows, they wanted to handle China, so they got friendly with Pakistan in 1971. They even sent USS Enterprise. So Pakistan made ullus out of them that time also. Okay, because they just they lost the war, everything. Their F-104s were shot down, sabers were shot down, everything. Later on, when the Afghanistan problem started, again same thing. They made a lot of money out of them. So in general, Pakistan, see, US is not really, any country they are scared of, they won't attack. They won't attack Pakistan. They are scared of Pakistan. There's no doubt about it. And the only country who is willing to fight Pakistan and China is India. Unfortunately, this is the truth. There's no other go. And the only country who will kick Pakistan is India. You cannot rely on America for that. It's America has become too soft.
Sir,
They were
sir, even
so.
for China, I think we have to fight our own battles. We cannot
We
do
have to
it.
fight our own battles because
We
see,
cannot rely on anyone.
yeah, yeah. America after Vietnam, it just became too soft. There was nothing. They took on only weak. This is my feeling anyway. Okay, sorry. Let somebody else also speak.
Uh, yes. Anybody wants to ask any questions? We
I
are
want.
not
Hello.
okay. Mrityunjay, please.
Sorry for interrupting. I wanted to request Shiv sir about sending that archive. You can either direct message me or share on your timeline. I wanted to make a video, like a
Later
presentation.
on, we'll do that. Later on, we
Okay,
can do
Okay.
that.
you will do that. We'll do that.
Thanks.
I'll get in touch with DFI
I
also.
I I
Yeah.
also didn't have chance to read that article Tom Cooper shared about that sergeant got promoted for hiding F-16.
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
we'll put it up.
and
Yeah, I think
In
so. Yeah.
fact,
thanks.
when we were doing the research, we found out those articles, and later on we posted it, and through somebody it reached him. And in fact, Shiv sir, if you saw the latest video made by one of the, I think, pilots of some airlines, he also made a detailed video about the incident. It was posted on YouTube.
कौन सा incident you're talking about? The 27th वाला? Yeah.
27th वाला.
अच्छा recent
अभी
video कौन सा है?
रिसेंटली यस एक रिसेंट वीडियो आया है
अच्छा नहीं, I think I missed it. Yeah.
तो
Yeah.
तो he has gone through all the things including our research, and then he
अच्छा
told
अच्छा. No, I saw an article, like a video. पता नहीं. Yeah.
YouTube video
Oh
is
yes,
there.
yes. I saw that. Yeah, correct. I
Okay.
remember this was a discussion we had also. Yes, correct.
Yes.
Hmm.
So detailed video by third parties there. In fact,
Yeah.
now we are waiting for other things also. So बस अब हमारे पास थोड़ा कम टाइम है तो 11 o'clock we will close this space. Anybody wants to ask any questions? You can ask now. एंड सर इसके बाद का जो इंसिडेंट है वो जो उन्होंने F-16 क्रैश को कवर करने की कोशिश की, दैट इज आल्सो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग.
Yeah, I brought
जो
our team.
साइट को
Yeah. Hmm.
साइट जो है क्रैश साइट उस पे उन्होंने आसपास के सब लोगों के मोबाइल फोन्स, दे हैव टेकन ऑल द मोबाइल फोन्स, और लोग परेशान है. जर्नलिस्ट आर सेइंग कि एटलीस्ट हमें तो अपना काम करने दो, वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू से एनीथिंग इन नेशनल इंटरेस्ट. ये सारी चीजें भी दे वर पोस्टिंग ऑन ट्विटर्स.
Yeah.
तो
Or that fellow, that vlogger,
यस यस
yeah, he
क्या
was,
था
yeah,
वो?
yeah, he was talking in riddles. Now he was saying, the way he was saying very apologetically, saying, I can't say anything. I want peace and all that. But he was pointing in the direction where all these things happened. So it was
Yes,
very
that
funny
vlogger, he
actually.
said कि
Yeah.
मुझे पता है यहाँ पे इस तरफ हुआ है, अब मैं ज्यादा नहीं बता सकता हूँ. And you figure out the geolocated his masjid की मीनार and we found
Yeah.
out everything.
Yeah, but the social media post you found were very funny. Unfortunately, what happened now? See, there's one fellow Charoy में कुछ गिरा. One fellow
हाँ,
said ना. उसके
yes.
बाद उर्दू में one guy had put a message. उर्दू में one guy had put a message.
कि
Unfortunately, after that, one lady, Pakistani lady, put a message.
she was in, I
Immediately,
think, UK or somewhere.
yeah,
Then
problem is एक लौंडी आई ना, immediately everybody started line माराing her. If you need any help, ये साला Pakistanis, they can't. एक minute वो woman appears, these fellows will just fall over themselves. So after that, the conversation broke down. Otherwise, I think we could have found out more information about जो गिरा Charhoi में. And after that, of course, I thought that was very funny. The way they started, there was one guy immediately saying, "Oh, madam, nahi." He was saying, "If you want any help, I'll help you," and all
that
that in
person was
that.
saying, I am from that area, if
Yes,
you want
yes.
any help, I will help you out.
See, women, the minute with those fellows, otherwise only going for after donkeys, no? Normally, एक लौंडी आ गई
Uh,
तो बस
in
immediately
fact, that lady was saying that I want to contact my parents or somebody in that area, and
yeah,
I was unable
yeah,
to
correct.
do it for 1 week
Yeah,
or something like that. So, is
yeah,
everything okay? And he says
yeah.
yes. And in fact, they even said that some rockets have been fired, shelling is going on.
Yes,
So, the
shelling rocket, something fell in Charhoi. After that, there was complete blackout. And that's when our work started, I remember. It's so funny, but the finding that discussion was fantastic. What was, I think you found it. So, it was really good.
सर
Keep up.
हमें भी
Yeah.
कहीं ना कहीं से कुछ मिल रहा था. वी वर लुकिंग कि क्या हो
Yeah.
रहा है. एंड इन फैक्ट lot of Indians at Twitter and internet, they send information, helped us, support us. तो इट वाज नॉट ओनली आवर एफर्ट. काफी
Yeah,
सारे
correct.
लोग हैं जिन्होंने
Yeah,
दे.
correct.
In fact, I remember one particular person. He was scanning Facebook. Everything in this Facebook he was scanning,
Acha.
and
Yeah.
especially in Urdu, he was able to, and he was able to send me some of the links. कि ये देखिए ये क्या कह रहा है. And this is how we got information. But वो
Yeah.
सबसे बेस्ट तो आई थिंक वो था कि इंटरनेट ही उस एरिया का बंद कर दिया गया.
Yeah.
एंड
Funny guys. Yeah. Yeah.
और सर वो एक हमें वो भी तो मिला था जिसमें F-16 जो क्रैश होने के बाद एक ब्लैक कलर का क्लाउड था. और हमने तो पता नहीं कितने
Ah.
वीडियोस. वो
Oh
दैट
God.
वाज फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट एरिया.
God, oh God, yeah. Oh, Bishwa found that, na, the black cloud that was there. A very difficult one. I couldn't make out that, but his work was very good. He was going on a completely different line, geolocating everything, and
यस, बिश्वा
yeah,
जी ने वो
yeah,
एक पर्टिकुलर वीडियो था, आई थिंक स्कूल था वो पीओके में. एंड
yeah,
ही फ्रेम बाय फ्रेम, फर्स्ट टाइम आई सॉ कि
yeah,
फ्रेम बाय फ्रेम उन्होंने पूरा एक इस पे
yeah,
सारे फ्रेम्स लगा दिए. एंड
yeah,
ही
correct.
वाज एबल टू फाइंड आउट. इट वाज सो डिफिकल्ट. मतलब
Yeah.
कभी मैं सोचता हूँ कि वेदर आई कैन फाइंड इट आउट, तो सालों लग
No,
जाते हैं
no,
उसको
no.
ढूंढने में. बट ही
No,
वाज
no.
एबल टू डू इट.
Yeah, he's an expert in that.
अमेजिंग अमेजिंग. प्लीज विश्वा जी हैं, आपको उनका लिंक, उनका यूजर आईडी द प्रिंट के इसमें भी मिलेगा. F-16 का जो एक बहुत बड़ा आर्टिकल था, तो प्लीज फॉलो हिम. आज वो है अभी हमारे साथ, जो उन्होंने ज्वाइन नहीं किया है, तो ही इज अमेजिंग अमेजिंग.
Only his
क्या
handle is impossible to find. वो कुछ ऐसा इतना
वो
long
उसमें
numbers are
इतने
there.
सारे नंबर्स हैं कि
You can't find his, yeah, Vishwa it is. Yeah.
बट अमेजिंग वर्क. मतलब अभी भी मैं देख के सोचता हूँ कि कैसे उन्होंने वो पर्टिकुलर चीज ढूंढ के ढूंढ के निकाली. एंड अमेजिंग. And it was amazing. I must say we have got one of the best open source intelligence, especially जो है वो इमेज इंटेलिजेंस एज वेल एज. सर ओपन सोर्स में तो सभी आ जाता है, बट स्पेशली जियो लोकेट करने के लिए we have got amazing persons, not only what you and your team had, but even at DFI Light we have got great people.
Yeah, I've seen that extremely. DFI Light, yes. You guys are doing a
So
great job. Keep it up. Fantastic job. Oh,
sir,
hats off. Yeah,
we have got great people and great team. और
yeah,
क्या क्या चीजें ढूंढ करके निकालते हैं. And
yeah,
amazing. And all these are youngsters. I must
yeah.
say that. And lot of people,
Yes.
they want to learn. तो जो भी हमें लगता है कि at DFI Light की yes, they have got potential, they can work, हमें help कर सकते हैं, तो we take them into our team.
Yeah.
Yes, कटिंग स्क्रू, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं प्लीज.
Cutting screw.
हेलो कटिंग स्क्रू, आप एक रिक्वेस्ट भेजिए, तभी मैं आई कैन मेक यू अ स्पीकर. नाउ ही इज वन ऑफ आवर मेंबर्स एट DFI Light.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, he has sent a request. And yes, yes, now you can speak. कटिंग स्क्रू, आप बोल सकते हैं.
Unmute. You need to unmute yourself.
Yes, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, dear Falite. I'm okay. I don't have any questions. I just want to remain as a listener.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. तो शिव सर, it was amazing time. हमने क्या क्या चीजें उसमें की. Remember, they even Pakistanis, they even posted a truck taking MiG-21 parts,
I
and we were
know.
look.
That was fantastic. I'm still convinced it's definitely the MiG-21 parts. It looks, even the parts were recognizable. It was fantastic. I still, all those clips are there. मेरे पास है, actually. They're easily accessible. Yeah.
Yes, Shiv sir has got a amazing number of clips, videos, everything. He has saved everything. क्योंकि क्या हो रहा था कि जैसे जैसे हम कर रहे थे तो पाकिस्तानी एंड आईएसआईज वर वाचिंग द ट्विटर एंड अदर थिंग्स, और जैसे
And
जैसे
deleting
जो
them.
चीज हो रही थी दे वर डिलीटिंग इट. आती थी क्लिप
So
एंड चली जाती थी.
the thing was, as soon as the clip appears, first thing to do is save the clip. Uske baad, analyze. If it's good, fine. Not good, you can always discard, na. So that was the thing. Instant saving has to be done.
तो हमने हजारों क्लिप्स देखी दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. नॉट ओनली इंडियन या पाकिस्तान की तरफ से, इनफैक्ट इवन कहीं और के सीरिया वगैरह की क्लिप्स भी आ रही थी. एंड दैट टाइम कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, बट हम सब करते जा रहे थे, देखते जा रहे थे कि हो क्या रहा है. एंड देन दूसरी तरफ से तो देयर वाज अ कंप्लीट, जिसे कहते हैं ना, आयरन कर्टन की तरह लगा दिया था. बट स्टिल थिंग्स, स्पेशली वो जो वीडियो था जिसके ऊपर कुछ वाटर मार्क था, एंड यू फाइंड आउट सो मेनी थिंग्स सर.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic video. Acha, what I might do now, I might make most of my material. As you know, I have given you a link to some
यस
of
सर.
my things, but I need to check because there may be some things that I can't share. I
हाँ,
can
नो
only,
प्रॉब्लम सर.
yeah, yeah. So ऐसा कुछ है तो मैं निकाल दूंगा, or then
हाँ
maybe I'll just make it open and let everybody use it. क्या होता है,
सर,
they make
इंस्टेड
it,
ऑफ
yeah,
यूजिंग इट यू
yeah,
कैन पुट इट ऑन यूट्यूब, देन एवरीबडी
yeah.
कैन सी इट. आप अगर अननेसेसरी ओपन करेंगे तो अदर पीपल.
No, it is easier क्योंकि this short clips, there's no point uploading on you, too much work. YouTube asks me to do too many things. So ये Google Drive में रखा है तो anybody can take what they want. It is their problem to look at it. So
ओके
that
सर,
that may
आप
be
फिर
better.
ट्विटर पे यू कैन शेयर अ लिंक एंड उसको आप वो बुक
Yeah,
मार्क कर दें.
yeah. I have shared with you, but I'll just look at that
ओके,
drive again
हाँ प्लीज चेक
and
इट
make sure.
एवरीथिंग.
Yeah, and then if I can give access, people can. Some people may find it useful, especially the clips, now.
वी
Yeah,
हैव
so,
टू हैंड्स. पहले
चलो बोलने दो, नो
सिंधुदेश,
प्रॉब्लम.
आप प्लीज थोड़ा शॉर्ट रखिएगा. फिर एक और भी है, और
नो
भी कुछ
प्रॉब्लम,
Yes,
रिक्वेस्ट आ
I
5-10
रही.
मिनट
just
एक्स्ट्रा हुआ तो कुछ नहीं है. नो प्रॉब्लम.
I just wanted to inform that वो जो 3 मार्च की वीडियो में बता रहा था, I've just shared that on top. वो 3rd of March को after 5 days,
या
DJ Aspire came on national TV and then he confirmed that one of the pilot died.
या
5
करेक्ट.
days ago they had confirmed that there is only one Indian pilot. So who died? So ये वीडियो क्लिप जो थी ये this was also again YouTube से हटा ली गई थी. Fortunately I was I mean, fast enough to download it and save it.
तो
तो
सिंधु जी,
ये
हमने वी हैव गॉन टू लिटरली मोर देन 1000 वीडियो क्लिप्स. और जो काम की थी वो शिव जी ने, डॉक्टर शिव ने सब सेव करके रखी हुई हैं. एंड मोर देन 1000, आपको पता
या
नहीं है. एंड इनफैक्ट ये तो वीडियो की बात है. वी वर स्कैनिंग ट्विटर, वी वर स्कैनिंग फेसबुक, और भी पता नहीं क्या क्या. प्लैनेट का तो हमने
hats off
कितनी बार, प्लैनेट
hats
के
off
जो,
to you guys, sir.
आपको आई कैन नॉट टेल यू कि प्लैनेट जो था उसमें हमने कितनी बार सर्च करके चेक किया, और फाइनली वी फाउंड आउट कि कि वो क्रैश लोकेशन कैसी है और कहाँ पे है. सो
या
Sir, we know the hard work that you did. I mean, it was really hats off to you guys. I mean, it was amazing. इस तरह से Pakistani propaganda was busted within no time. I mean, time was also, a factor that the pace at which Dr. Saab and you guys did was amazing. It was really amazing. कि कितनी जल्दी you scanned the entire internet. it's inhumane actually. बहुत बहुत मुश्किल था.
Actually, we had a good team, or especially we had ex Air Force persons with us.
Yeah,
So,
that helped.
so
Yeah,
that helped. In fact, we have even saw Abhinandan जो touchdown हुआ है उनका with parachute. तो
yeah.
वो भी तक चीजें भी thanks to him we were able to see and then figure out कि sir we were able to even जो जितने भी पैराशूट्स थे उनके हिसाब से we can figure it out कि कौन सा पैराशूट कौन सा
Kaun sa
है.
parachute, kaun sa? Yes, I know. So that was very good. We had two Air Force people with us, veterans. So that gave us a lot of assistance in this sort of information.
Yes, SDV, you want to say something?
या सर, आप लोग अभी उसकी बात कर रहे थे, वो जो पार्ट्स का वीडियो था उसमें सर उसमें एक जो पार्ट दिख रहा था, जो मतलब बीच में कुछ लोग ऐसा बोल रहे थे कि वो फ्यूजलाज का पार्ट है F-16 का, या F-16 के इंजन का पार्ट है। लेकिन सर उसमें एक और पार्ट था जो मतलब जो उसका मुझे नहीं पता कि वो कौन सा वेरिएंट है F-16 का जो उन्होंने उन्होंने यूज किया, शायद डबल सीटर वेरिएंट था। लेकिन उसका जो नीचे वाला टैंक होता है उस टाइप का एक और पार्ट था जो वो लोग ट्रक में डाल रहे थे लिटरली।
सर मैं ये आंसर करूं?
Sure, please.
एसडीवी जो क्रैश अभिनंदन का क्रैश साइट है और जो F-16 की क्रैश साइट है that is almost 10 kilometers away.
नहीं तो मतलब
प्लीज
उन्होंने
अंडरस्टैंड.
नहीं, मैं वो F-16 के पार्ट्स वाला एक और वीडियो जो था जिसमें वो
नहीं, वी हैव सीन दैट. वो जो है मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली MiG-21 का ही पार्ट है.
It was MiG-21 car tank. That is 100% sure. I
आप यू
compared that.
अंडरस्टैंड. आप ये सोचिए 10 किलोमीटर दूर कोई चीज क्रैश हो रही है तो उसके पार्ट्स 10 किलोमीटर दूर तो इधर तो नहीं आएंगे
नहीं,
ना.
क्योंकि जैसे अगर कोई चीज हवा में अगर सर सॉरी आपको इंटरप्ट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन अगर हवा में जैसे बिकॉज आई हैव सीन ड्रोन प्रैक्टिसेस जो यहाँ पे उड़ीसा साइड में होती हैं, अगर अगर ड्रोन को हिट करता है कोई एडी का शेल तो उसके पार्ट्स बहुत दूर तक फैलते हैं। तो इस टाइप में अगर क्योंकि वो लोकेशन भी दूसरी लग रही थी जो पहली वाली वीडियो में है और सेकंड वाली वीडियो में
Yeah,
है।
so actually, what happens, is that when the combat starts, all the drop tanks are ejected by the pilot. So chances are that this was a drop tank that was just thrown out by the MiG-21 much before it got hit.
I confirmed that it
अच्छा।
is a MiG-21 drop tank. Now, the other thing we need to know now, see the F-16 was burning. I think very little fell to the ground. What fell to the ground was burnt up. And it's not MiG-21 now what happened, it broke it, apart from the drop tank, which was separate, it broke into at least 3 pieces. एक fuselage, एक tail or कुछ, there was one more thing, engine or some one jagged piece was there. Some 3-4 pieces came of the MiG-21. But the F-16 was burning. And it was burning for quite a long time in the air because we have got that burning video from Pakistan side, Earth News video wala. It was continuously.
Yes.
And because of these, they were firing AMRAAMs now from a high altitude. So because it was at a very high altitude, it took a long time to come down. So I don't think too much debris would have been there. And जो था वो American वो technician वाला ले गया घर को. And
और
didn't
अवार्ड भी ले
report
गया
it.
सर वो.
Yeah.
मैं जिससे कि जब
Yeah.
वो R-73 जब उसको F-16 को हिट किया तो इट फेल नोज डाउन. और जब शिव सर ने और हमने जो एक एक फ्रेम चेक किया एंड you will be surprised कि we even saw the evidence that when it was falling down again उसके अंदर explosion हो रहे थे and those explosions were against the gravity. मतलब वो ऊपर की तरफ जा रहे थे नीचे गिरते हुए भी. तो we that time we figure it out कि any other ammunition जो है वो उसमें आग लगने के कारण वो explode हुआ और वो that is why the flame was going, जो white color की चीज है वो ऊपर की तरफ जा रही है.
ऊपर जा रही है, correct.
I think
So,
किसी वो अपने ex Air Force वालों ने बताया कि it could have been the reason for that. We were not been able to figure out कि हो क्या रहा है.
हाँ, until the Air Force people gave a good explanation, ना तब तक we were also little doubting what was happening. उसके बाद it was quite certain there was no problem.
In fact, मुझे तो एयर फोर्स के एयर क्रैश इन्वेस्टिगेटर्स ने भी कहा कि it will be very impossible to figure out. उन्होंने मुझसे ये कहा कि have you ever seen a crash on the ground? I said no sir. कहता है, I have seen it and it will be very impossible. उसके बाद भी we have not only figured it out कि what had happened, we have found out कि where is the crash location and all that.
It was a lot
तो
of fun.
yes, and sir, if you remember वो जो मंडी, कौन सी मंडी था, इंडियन साइड ऑफ
थाना मंडी,
कश्मीर, थाना
थाना
मंडी,
मंडी,
उसका
हाँ.
जो कैमरा था दैट वाज अमेजिंग. 40 किलोमीटर से उसने सबसे क्लियर, काफी क्लियर वो फोटोग्राफ ली. इनफैक्ट मैंने तो उसको पूछा भी कि भैया कौन सा कैमरा है तेरा, ये तो बता. एंड दैट पर्सन रिप्लाइड कि ये वाला कैमरा है, एंड इट वाज सो अमेजिंग.
अच्छा, no, see, one thing I want to point out now about ISRO का, which was the rocket that they launched, PSLV, na, few last week or 10 days ago. So
हाँ
there
सर,
was a,
PSLV.
yeah, okay. See, there was a video from Bangalore, early
Okay.
morning video, where it was seen. Where is Bangalore? Where was the launch? So when the conditions are right, you can see something in the air very far away. So the
Correct, correct.
yeah, that is how this, and it's well known that this can be seen sort of over the horizon. So that is how the Tanamandi fellow caught the actual F-16 crashing. Pure chance, na? आजकल
Not
तो
only
सबसे,
sir pure chance, but we
yeah.
also see वो साइंस में होता है ना कि ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम द इमेज गॉट रिवर्स एंड यू फिगर इट आउट कि ये रिवर्स इमेज है उसका.
नहीं, या क्योंकि वो इधर से देख रहा है, वो ये इंडियन वीडियो इधर से, इंडिया से, इट्स लुकिंग वेस्ट ना, और वो पाकिस्तानी वीडियो इज लुकिंग ईस्ट. सो नेचुरली इट्स लाइक वन द प्लेन इज कमिंग टुवर्ड्स देम, अदर वन प्लेन इज गोइंग अवे. सो द एक्सप्लेनेशन इज क्वाइट सिंपल, देयर इज नथिंग मच. एक तो एक और से देख रहा था, वो थाना मंडी से दूसरी ओर से देख रहा था, बस, और कुछ नहीं.
सो हाँ, कोई और कुछ पूछना चाहता है? दिस विल बी द लास्ट क्वेश्चन बिकॉज ऑलमोस्ट वी हैव क्रॉस्ड 11.
Yeah, hello.
हाँ रोहित जी.
I have two questions. One is that after this that 27th February thing, that and a few days after that, our Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, she gave a statement that we know the identity of the F-16 pilot who has died in that dogfight, but she
Yeah.
did not tell the identity. So first question is, does any of you in the panel here, does anyone does know the identity of the Pakistani pilot? My second question is, this F-16 crash, what is the timeline that we can expect, considering this is Pakistan? What is the timeline we can expect when Pakistan actually admits that they lost F-16 and its pilot in that dogfight? Thank you very much.
You are not.
In fact, this is the best question we can have for as a last question.
You want to answer it, or you can answer it? Yeah.
Well, yes, government, they have got intelligence, they have got other things to know all these things. So yes, they are aware. बता क्यों नहीं रहे? Reason is, अभी बोले कुछ तो Pakistanis will come up कि अरे ये तो जिंदा है. तो yes, तो rightly निर्मला मैडम has said, बता दिया जो बताना था, चुप रहे, वो अगली साइड भी जानती है. And I think 20 years के बाद जब वो पाकिस्तान will feel safe कि हाँ, अब हमारे देश के लोग ये नहीं कहेंगे कि तुमने F-16 भी ले लिया और पिट भी गए और सब कुछ हो गया, तो इससे अच्छा तो सरेंडर पहले कर देते तो अच्छा रहता. तो अगर 20 साल तक अगर पाकिस्तान बचा तो they can say कि हाँ उस समय ऐसा कुछ हुआ था, something like that. Shiv sir, your comments please.
Yeah, no, the only comment I want to make about that is, you see, the Air Force, Indian Air Force had made an announcement that they heard, after the F-16 was shot down, they heard Pakistani ground control calling out, asking for the call sign of that F-16, and he was not answering. तो इसके recordings है, but they have not released the recordings, because problem is, it looks like they will be revealing certain sources of information and how they got that information, how they tapped into that, if they give that. This is the explanation. Now, pilot's name, I don't know. I have not. But I know, I can tell one thing openly. I know an Air Force veteran who has actually spoken to Abhinandan Vartaman, okay? And who has absolutely no doubt whatsoever about the fact that he locked on, fired the missile, saw it going down. I don't think anybody needs to have any doubt about that. You asked me to prove it to you. I'm not going to prove it to you. You can take it for what it's worth.
सर
सर एक
इवन जस्ट आई वांटेड टू ऐड सर, इवन जो उस समय के इंडियन एयरफोर्स के एयर चीफ थे, उन्होंने कहा कि
Yeah.
लेट पाकिस्तान गिव बैक दैट मिग 21 एंड उसको उसका जो उसके अंदर जो वीडियो है दैट विल क्लैरिफाई कि क्या हुआ था.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And I don't think they are going to do that.
Yeah, correct. They're not good.
The pilot who died, he was son of Air Marshal, one of the very senior Air Force
लेट्स
officers.
वेट कि पता लगेगा आपको क्या हो रहा है, बट लेट्स वेट. सर एक चीज और, जस्ट अ क्यूरियोसिटी, क्या इस्लाम में दे कैन परफॉर्म दोस फ्यूनरल्स एट नाइट, जो एक आई थिंक ऊपर वीडियो में भी था,
Acha, Sneha,
नाइट टाइम में?
this Islam stuff is only for the poor people.
ओके.
There is one story during Ramzan, earthquake occurred in Pakistan. Acha, or at that time, Jaish-e-Mohammed were helping with the Jaish-e-Mohammed. It may have been Lashkar-e-Taiba were helping with the relief efforts. उस टाइम में एक मुल्ला आके बोला, ये रमजान है, why are you cooking meals in the daytime for the people who are hurt and they don't have any food? So these fellows pulled out an AK-47 at the mullah's head and said, shut up. So this Islam stuff is all for pretense and for very secular people in India. But otherwise, they don't give a damn. They really
Correct.
don't give a damn. When they want to use Islam, they'll use it. When they don't want to use it, they'll throw it. That's all. Big pretense. Complete hypocrisy it is. Yeah.
In fact, they will kill the fellow Muslim.
Yeah, they will kill. They are happily killed. So many they've killed. And okay, you're talking about. You remember what that time when that Francesca, wo Italian journalist, jo thi na, who told about the number of the names, actual names of people who were killed in the Balakot attack. Uska naam kya, Francesca something, her name was Francesca. Acha, if you remember, there was a report of they threw bodies in the river. Ye kya funeral? Ye kya Islamic funeral hai? 300 people killed or 260 people killed. They're throwing bodies in the river. वो क्या इस्लामिक फ्यूनरल? ये
शिव सर, बस एक लास्ट चीज, वो जो फाइटर पायलट थे दो जिनको पाकिस्तान ने अवार्ड किया, रिमेम्बर वन ऑफ हिज लेक्चरर, ही वाज टॉकिंग टू हिम एंड उसने रिकॉर्ड करके ही सेंड दैट इंफॉर्मेशन टू हिज फ्रेंड्स ऑन व्हाट्सएप एंड इट स्प्रेड्स, एंड लेटर ऑन ही वाज पनिश्ड फॉर डूइंग दैट, उसको इम्प्रिजन भी किया. तो उसमें वो कहता है कि हमने भी तो 350 मारे.
हाँ, 350 या 300 और 350.
350. We were saying 300 people kill. He says नहीं, हमने भी 350 मारे on the ground, and वो दिखा नहीं रहे हैं. तो पाकिस्तान was saying कि हमने जो है, this is immediately after.
Immediately after, Balakot, yeah.
नहीं, ये 27th में शाम को उनका जो फाइटर पायलट है,
yeah, correct. He was the guy who was talking to his teacher, ना?
Yes, he was talking to his teacher. पर सब्सिक्वेंटली जब पाकिस्तान एयरफोर्स का एयर मार्शल आके कहता है कि ये जो बम्स हैं, ये हमने टारगेट पे करने के बाद हमने इंटेंशनली साइड कर दिए हैं, तो उनका जो स्क्वाड्रन लीडर है, ही कि हमने टारगेट पे सब बम फेंक दिए और वो नहीं बता रहे हैं. देन लेटर ऑन दे असिस्ट कि अरे इनके सारे बम तो अपने टारगेट पे पहुंचे ही नहीं, सब इधर उधर चले गए. तो लेटर ऑन दे कुक्ड अप द स्टोरी कि हमने इंटेंशनली उन बम्स को ना साइड में कर दिया.
तो सर एक छोटा सा कमेंट सर,
सॉरी, ऑलमोस्ट टाइम खत्म हो गया. इट वाज द लास्ट क्वेश्चन, सो नेक्स्ट टाइम करेंगे आराम से. अभी तो हमारे पास
so many things to talk. सर एक आउट ऑफ द टॉपिक एक छोटा सा कमेंट लेना चाहता था. सर वो ये सर जो अभी घोस्ट ऑफ कीव करके एक एस पायलट का नाम चल रहा है सर, इज इट रियल और इट्स जस्ट एमएम आलम मोमेंट?
बकवास.
एक्चुअली मैं जस्ट से वॉर में सबको अपने हीरोज चाहिए होते हैं. तो बेसिकली ही वाज जस्ट लाइक एमएम आलम. ये एक और फेक हीरोज बनाते हैं. तो असली हीरोज के लिए फिर रिसर्च करके चेक करना पड़ता है हर चीज.
Okay, chalo, I have to. It was very nice.
Thank you, Shiv sir. Thank you all of you. It was a great session. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.